Hello and welcome to my build of this kit by Revell. It's a level Mark III, 1/72 scale, McDonnell Douglas F-4j Phantom 2. Nice new snazzy box. You'd think there's a nice new snazzy kit inside? Well, is there really a nice new snazzy kit inside? No. It's an old monogram kit, a retool. A rebox, I mean. It's watch as I build this kit to completion, putting it all together, painting it, and my final thoughts at the end. Welcome to this build of my, of Revell's / monograms F-4j Phantom. If you saw my inbox review, you'll know that there's lots of flash on these parts. It's an old monogram kit, raised details. Anyway, so the first few sections, cut the fuselage halves out and clean them up. Oops. I've started the cockpit ready for painting. On the cockpit seats, so I need to do these bits so I can get the fuselage halves glued together. It also needs the sitting pilot in the aircraft. Not sure if I'm going to put them in or not, to be honest. This guy's got a lot of flash on him. This guy doesn't seem too bad, but his arm's got a lot of flash on it. So, anyway, we'll see. So, I need to give him an initial coat of this Revell 76, which is light grey, and then we can do some brush painting. Right, so before I go any further, I've painted the cockpit up. I can't tell if that's in focus or not. I put a big lump of lead in as well, just to make sure it's not a tail sitter. Putting the fuselage halves together isn't as simple. Well, if I do it this way, if it's okay. If I do it the other way, if I do it from the front, it's a nightmare. Oh well, no, correction, it's going better this time. But that's warped a bit, can you see? That'll need taping to keep it together. So I'm going to do that now. Going to glue it together with this and then run some Tamiya cement along the seam. Okay. Okay, all parts have been removed from the sprues and cleaned up. Fuel tanks have been glued together. Not much else I can glue together. All the bombs, I'm going to paint them, give them a primer. The jet is all assembled to where I want it. The engine nozzles fit quite well, to be fair. I had to, oh, that one's come apart a bit again. That might need some filler there, so might do that now. Because I've tried clamping it together, but I'm not keen about, as with the Black Widow. I'm not keen on sanding the seams because it's all raised detail. It looks like I'll have to. Alright, see ya. Okay, so I've primed everything in Vallejo's black surface primer because I like it. It leaves us a nice smooth coat. So as you can see, I've started painting up where the jet exhaust come out of and the aluminium. I'm going to mask that off because I've done the tails, but this part is colour Q, which is a mix of steel and anthracite. So I'm going to paint that up. Well, when I mask that up, I'm going to do that next. Then I'll mask it and then spray that because that goes steel. That gets steel. That gets that colour. And then I'll mask it all off and do the white. Paint the white. All the undersides are white. This is white here. The top of the fin is white. Tail planes are white. All the missiles, fuel tanks, they're all white. Most of the undercarriage. Yeah, so I'll video a bit of the white being painted. That part that was a bad fit, it looks a lot better now. I've still got seams on it, but I'm not bothered about that. I've rescribed some of the circles on the spine that were lost to sanding. I didn't want to do that much sanding with it because it's raised detail, and you can't, you can't replace raised detail. You can rescribe it, but I want to leave it as it is. So, because it's modelling heritage, isn't it? Anyway, it's not going too bad. As you can see, the plane is painted now, and I've started doing the decaling, or putting the transfers on, and I've done one side. I think these transfers are made by Courtograph, and they're very thin. Put them on and they stick, stick like to a blanket. That AE is a bit skew with, and I couldn't move it. Once it was on, it was on. I could not move it. I tried to get a knife under it, so it lifted up, but I couldn't. Anyway, so I'm moving on. All the parts painted. Right. bombs and the side winders, the AMRAMs. They're painted up. I just need to paint up the undercarriage legs, which need doing white. So I'm going to do that next. And then do some more putting the transfers on, and then put the final assembly with a satin coat. So yeah, one of the burner cans. I don't know if it can see. Oh yeah, just the detail inside. Anyway. Okay, I've had enough now of this kit. I said the decals were really thin, or the transfers, and when I was putting that one on, it was straight until I rolled it with this to get the water out, and then it moved up, and I could not get it back down. It won't go back down, so I'm just going to put the rest of the transfers on, put the undercarriage on, all the missiles stuff. Just get it out of the way and get it done. I've had enough of it. It's a shame, but everything's glued on underneath, and it's setting up. All the glue's setting up. I'll have to before I put it on its legs, make sure it's all okay, and then we'll give it a matte coat, a satin coat. Set the masking off, and that's it, it'll be done. Okay, so there you see the completed model. All the decals are on, all the weaponry is on. It's painted mostly in what Revell wanted painting, except I gave it a light US navy grey from Vallejo over the top of the colour that they recommended, and underneath it's had Tamiya white, X2 white matte, because the Revell white looks a bit yellow, to be honest. There's a yellow tinge to it. Anyway, so let's talk about the model. Yeah, you see that decal there when it comes round again. I'll talk about the decals first, because it says made in Italy on the decals, and I thought they'd be cartograph. Well, they may be cartograph. If they are, they're not like the cartograph decals that I've used before. Transfers, whatever you want to call them, really thin. As soon as you put the transfer on the model, that rate it's stuck virtually. Unless you got plenty of liquid in and you were quick and you could float it over. This one here, it was in the right position, and when I came to use a cotton bud on it, or a Q-tip you would say in America, to dry it out, it moved, and that were it. I could not move it back without actually damaging the transfer decal to beyond repair. I could not get that to move. So after that, it was like, oh, just get this completed state, and we'll call that done. Anyway, so that's what I've done with it. The same went for that transfer over there on the tail. It's skew whiff a bit. I couldn't move it, so I was pretty disappointed in that. To say that, I think this model cost me £12. I should have suspected that. I bought it because it was £12. I should have suspected then that it was an old kit. When I sanded the seam line, it had obliterated all the detail because it was raised, so I've scribed in some of those circles back in. But when you've got raised detail, you don't want to sand it because it just gets rid of all, everything. So most of it, it's had to have a bit of filler around the intakes. But other than that, it's gone together pretty well. I have to give it that. I have to admit that. it looks like a Phantom, doesn't it? It's got plenty of armament on that, you know, all that was quite easy to do. There's not much in the way of transfers either. Usually with Phantoms you get lots and lots of stencils, but not with this kit. You don't. Let's see. So this Phantom, the F-4j, it served with the US Navy in both the interceptor and ground attack roles. I think it was still flying. I think the US Navy was still flying it into the early 80s. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that. But it started getting replaced with the Tomcat. But it was a stalwart in the Vietnam War. Anyway, and I wouldn't mind owning the new Tamiya kit, but £100 is a bit out of my price range to be fair. So, if you've got this far, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Give us a like, if you know, or a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It's up to you. If you leave a comment, I will answer it. And let's see, what else can I say? Just let me know what you think. You know, would you actually like to buy this kit and build it? You know, just leave us a comment, and if you want any advice, like I said, leave us a comment and I'll reply. Alright, thanks for watching. This is Stevie D signing off until next time, which might be a Hobby Boss kit, because I've bought a Hobby Boss kit and I've never made one before. So let's give it a go. Anyway, so that's it for now. Cheerio and bye.